Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives, spoilers indicate a new face will pop up in Salem this fall as the Young and the Restless alum, Michael Roark, Travis Crawford, has joined the cast. While there's not a lot of information about Roark's arc or who he'll be sharing scenes with, there are more details on this story below. Role is hush hushes per soapoperanews.net. Michael has already started taping but won't be seen until early October of this year. Make sure to check out our next week dual spoilers. Here, a Days of Our Lives spokesperson also remained hush-hush about the name of the character he'll be playing and what storyline he'd be working on. Fans need to stay tuned to find out, so it'll be interesting to see who Roark is linked to. On-screen. Michael Roark's work on the Y&R hailing from Schaumburg, Illinois. Roark is a lawyer and an actor who went to Illinois State University and studied theater but eventually pursued law and became an attorney. Read more. Find out what happened on the last episode of DOO. Roark is known for starring roles in Alabama, Dirt and Driven, as well as recurring parts in series like Finding Carter, Sleepy Hollow, and Beauty and the Beast. He's also guest starred in shows like Grey's Anatomy, Banshee, as well as 911. With that said, Y&R fans may remember him as Travis Crawford, a role he played from April 2016 to December 2016. He became the love interest of Victoria Newman Amelia Heinel when the two met at Hank's Bar, an establishment he owned and also bartended at. Read this. Days of Our Lives, spoilers, Eric'll split, will Nicole return for phase? Still, his work on Wall Street as a commodities trader also scored him a job at Newman Enterprises. But he ended up leaving town when all was said and done. Are you excited that Michael Roark is joining Days? Do you think he'll enter a new role, or potentially play a recast? Regardless, the romantic possibilities are endless, right? Here's hoping he'll enter a solid storyline. Will Roark be part of the Horton, Brady, or Kiriakis families? Maybe Demera? Join the conversation below. Watch your favorite soap on Peacock daily, and check out this site regularly for the hottest Days of Our Lives news and spoilers. Days of Our Lives welcomes Y&R alum Michael Roark to the cast, role unknown, in the ever-shifting landscape of daytime drama. It's always headline-worthy when a familiar face from one beloved soap makes the leap to another, but when that familiar face happens to be the charismatic, steel-eyed, smooth-voiced Michael Roark, known to many fans as Travis Crawford from The Young and the Restless, it sets off a flurry of excitement and speculation that echoes across soap opera fandoms with the force of a storyline earthquake. And now, that very tremor is rocking Days of Our Lives, which has officially confirmed that Michael Roark is joining the cast in an upcoming arc, though his role remains tightly under wraps. The mystery, of course, only adds fuel to the already blazing fire of curiosity. Who will he play? Is he a villain, a hero, or something devilishly in between? And perhaps more importantly, which legacy character, heartbroken heroine, or long-lost Demera cousin might he be about to entangle? Roark's addition to the cast couldn't come at a better time. Days of Our Lives, in true form, is navigating a web of intrigue, betrayal, romantic collisions, and family feuds that have left room for a new power player to shake things up. The show has been known for its bold casting moves and penchant for bringing in actors who carry not only talent, but built-in fan bases. Michael Roark fits that bill perfectly. His time on Y&R may have been relatively short-lived, but it was impactful. Travis Crawford, the mysterious, brooding businessman who caught Victoria Newman's eye during one of her rebellious streaks, had all the hallmarks of a classic soap heartthrob: rugged charm, emotional depth, and a past just murky enough to raise questions. Though his storyline was cut short, Roark left his mark with an intensity that made fans long for more. And now, they're getting it, but in an entirely new setting. While Days has kept details about Roark's role under tight lock and key, understandably so, considering their recent history of surprise reveals and twisty character introductions. Already a wave of fan theories flooding social media, Reddit boards, and soap fan blogs. Could he be a new Demera heir, perhaps one with a hidden vendetta? The Demera family tree is notoriously expansive, and the writers have never shied away from introducing surprise offspring, distant cousins, or previously unknown schemers with claims to the fortune and power that House Demera provides. Roark's refined, yet quietly dangerous screen presence would lend itself perfectly to that world. A man who smiles easily but harbors secrets darker than Salem's longest shadows. On the other hand, There's also the possibility of Roark entering as a recast, with several characters either written out, presumed dead, or off-screen in limbo. Speculation is already flying that he could be stepping into an established role. Could he be a new take on Philip Kyriakis, returning from his mental health facility recovery with a new look and renewed ambition? Could he be a surprise twist in the Harris Michaels saga, perhaps a brother, an enemy, or a man from Harris' murky military past? The beauty of Days lies in its willingness to stretch the limits of possibility. No role is too far-fetched, no backstory too complicated. With Roark's intensity and grounded presence, he could seamlessly step into a storyline loaded with emotional stakes, another inevitable part of the conversation. Roark's on-screen magnetism makes him a natural contender for the next big Salem romance or love triangle. With characters like Chloe Lane, Stephanie Johnson, and even Nicole Walker currently stuck in complicated emotional webs. Introducing a new player into the mix could create waves of jealousy, temptation, and betrayal. Imagine Chloe falling for a mysterious stranger who seems too good to be true only to find out he's connected to the Kyriakis empire, or Stephanie drawn to a brooding newcomer who sees through her confidence and sparks something raw and real. Or perhaps Nicole, reeling from her recent losses, finds herself confiding in a man who's not what he seems. In Salem, love is never simple, and Roark is the perfect kind of wildcard to both charm and destroy in equal measure. Then there's the possibility that Roark's character isn't a Salem native at all, but a man from someone else's past, a man who comes to town with unfinished business, dangerous intentions, or a score to settle. Could he be connected to Ava Vitali's dark history? Could he be a forgotten brother, a betrayed lover, a revenge seeker posing as a good Samaritan? Roark thrives in roles that require complexity, where motives aren't clear and trust is hard-earned. If Days leans into that kind of character construction, his arrival could mark the beginning of a dark, slow-burning storyline that pays off for months. What's equally intriguing is the production's careful silence around the casting. In an era where spoilers leak constantly and casting news tends to be revealed months in advance, Days of Our Lives is playing this one close to the chest. That decision signals something bigger than a simple guest arc. When a show goes to this much trouble to keep a character's identity secret, it usually means the role has weight. Roark isn't being brought in as window dressing, he's being brought in to shift dynamics. Whether he turns out to be an ally or antagonist, his impact will likely be immediate and long-lasting. And let's not ignore the bigger industry implications of Roark's move. His return to daytime after years in film and primetime drama with appearances in Magic Mike XXL, The Magnificent Seven, and various crime procedurals shows a shift in how actors now view the soap world. Where once daytime was seen as a stepping stone, it's increasingly being recognized for what it truly is, a platform for powerful storytelling, emotionally rich characters, and loyal fan engagement. Roark's decision to return to the soap genre speaks to his understanding of the power of passionate fans and multidimensional characters. And it shows Days of Our Lives is still capable of attracting a tier talent. Meanwhile, fan excitement is reaching a fever pitch. Social media platforms are buzzing with side-by-side comparison posts, dream casting scenarios, and countdown threads. He's got Demera written all over him, one Twitter user posted, while another wrote, "If he's not playing Philip, I riot." On Instagram, Y and our fans expressed bittersweet feelings, missing Travis but thrilled to see Roark back in the genre. There's even a petition floating around calling for a crossover event between Days and Y and R, where Travis turns out to be living a double life under a new name in Salem. For sure, but in the soap universe, nothing is off the table at this point. The only thing we know for sure is that Michael Roark is coming, and the calm before his arrival won't last long. Whether he's shaking up the Demera dynasty, seducing Salem's strongest women, or hiding a secret that could rewrite someone's past, he's about to leave his mark. And for a soap that thrives on mystery, betrayal, and explosive reveals, his addition could be the spark that sets off the next big storyline arc. So keep your eyes on that familiar square in the center of Salem. A storm is brewing. A strange